If you're one of those people that were traumatized as a kid with Brussels sprouts, this is the perfect recipe for you to get into appreciating Brussels sprouts for what they are. Not a healthy recipe by any means, but you can make some tweaks and actually clean it up a little bit. If you're new here, I make delicious recipes, do dining reviews, cultural reactions. For more of that, hit subscribe, hit the bell to get notified for the new videos. This way you won't miss any. Let's jump right into the recipe. So what I have here is all you need. So I'm actually gonna heat up my pan over medium-high heat. I have Brussels sprouts. This is about 8 Brussels sprouts, just split right down to half. I got 2 slices of bacon cut into little lardons like that size. In fact, we'll put those right into the heating pan. And we'll let the fat start rendering out of that. And I have a clove of garlic sliced. You could chop the clove if you want. I just figured I'm slicing just because I'm trying to be lazy today. Little chicken stock, little salt and pepper, and that's basically it. So you'll want to brown up that bacon, and once it's all nice and brown, remove it from the pan. Other thing you want to do really quickly while that's cooking is on the open face side of these, just hit it with a little salt. Really not much, just a kind of quarter teaspoon. And now we're ready to go. You can see that sizzling away. For this recipe, we're effectively braising the Brussels sprouts. So the idea is you're gonna cook them in the bacon fat, and then you're gonna flip them, hit them with some chicken stock, and then I'll show you how the dish comes together at the end. You're not gonna wanna miss that. That's kind of the magic of this dish. Now we have our bacon all nice and browned up. I'm actually gonna remove that right to a plate with a towel to let that soak up. And now this is the kind of important part. You see how our pan's smoking? I'm gonna turn the heat down a little and then go right in, face down. They're gonna sputter a little bit. You want them to pick up a lot of nice little color here. Now that those are in, let them caramelize and get brown on the first side. This goes quick, so I think we're ready to flip some of these. Actually, I'm gonna turn the heat all the way to low. We've cooked the one side. They look beautiful. That does need another second. While you're flipping them, just make sure they're picking up some nice color. There we go, it looks good. At this stage, go in with your garlic and just let that get a little fragrant. Then, what I'm gonna do is go with my chicken stock, go up about, that's plenty. That might have been like 1/3 of a cup, 1/4 cup. You wanna cook this until the chicken stock disappears. And when it does, actually add a little more. Basically about 3 minutes at this stage is what you're looking for. If you don't have chicken stock, use water. If you want onions in this, you can add some onions. You don't need it. Garlic is just enough. Looks like we're in the final stages here. The last little bit of water or liquid is actually absorbing there. And I'll pick one of these up and show you. They're all cooked throughout. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. So this is my favorite part. Just kind of grabbing the bacon and just hitting it with a little of the drizzle. Drizzle that bacon on there. The best part. Of course, you're eating healthy. That's also a good part. Little bacon once in a while is good. It's time for my favorite part of these little videos, the taste. Let's stab a piece of this. So look at that. I got a little of the bacon to try with it. It's so good. By doing it that braise technique, what you get is you get a nice crust on the outside, on the part that'll actually pick up a little bit of caramelization. Stock cooks it down the other side of it and makes it nice and soft. You don't get that kind of slimy, feeling like when people boil Brussels sprouts. That's kind of, I think, where people go wrong when they cook Brussels sprouts. They just don't cook them the right way. You cook them like this and you never go wrong. If bacon ain't your thing, use olive oil and a little bit of onion. There's a lot of ways you can get around it. You don't need the bacon. This technique is gonna get you to eat more Brussels sprouts, I guarantee it. If you found this recipe appealing, I have a recipe where I cook peas. It's the most popular video on my channel. I'll put a link to that right here, and I'll put a link to all my recipe videos right here. You can check those out.